Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. I'm Angie, and in last week's video we got this porch all cleaned up for the fall season. And in today's video we're going to be doing the fun part of this, and that is decorating. I'm going to be adding cozy textures, beautiful fall color, a few thrifted items, and bring this porch to life for the fall season. It's going to be a fun video full of tips, tricks, and ideas for your own space, and I am so excited to bring it to life and give it that beautiful fall color. I'll be starting with the planters and adding some fall color there, and then we'll bring the rest of the decor in and decorate the rest of the porch. So without further ado, let's get started. This is where we left off in last week's video, and there's something to be said about a clean porch, but we do need to add some color. And just to recap, this is what the porch looked like right after we moved in, with these bare spots on either side. And I found these large flower pots at Kohl's, and this was during the off season. I loved the shape of them, but I didn't like the color. And like I always say, if you do like the shape of something, you can always change the color. And these were definitely priced right, and so I brought them home because I knew that I could make them into something I love. I gave them a coat of black spray paint so that they would match the lights and the different accessories on the porch. I added these faux boxwood trees so that I would have little maintenance here in front of the house. And I planted them in these planters. I actually put in potting soil around the trees to make them look real and to make you take a second look. And I always add a few live flowers in front of the faux trees to make them look even more real. But these have gotten grown up and some of the flowers are dead. So I do need to replace the live plants that I add in front of the faux trees. And I usually just change these by season and just add pretty color into these pots. So that's what we're working on now. We're just going to clean out the front around the faux trees and add some live flowers just to make it look a little bit more colorful, a little bit more in season, and to just give it a little bit more curb appeal. This planter on the right side of the porch definitely held up better than the one on the left side, and I just need to clean out some of the creeping Jenny because some of it had turned brown, but other than that it looks pretty good. And I want to make them symmetrical on either side of the porch, so I'm going to add a cabbage to this one just to tie in with the other planter. And this one does have a mum from last year that's doing really well, but I will probably add another small mum just to fill it in a little bit more and to just carry that color from one planter to the other so that it all ties in. And I am loving these burgundy mums this year. I know a lot of y'all in the comments last week said that you loved the orange and yellow, and I do too. I just love every color of the mums, but I decided to go with this color because it just ties in better with some of the things that I've chosen to add to the porch. And then this is the cabbage that I'm adding to the other planter, just so that they tie in together and I have the same type of flowers in each container. And see what I was talking about, how it makes the faux boxwood look even more real when you add these live flowers to the front of it. It is one of my favorite secrets when I am planting flowers and I don't want a lot of upkeep. Okay, now that we got that part done, let's move on to the decorating part of the porch. I love my black and white striped cushions out here on the front porch, but I'm craving something more neutral for the fall season. So I'm going to put these striped cushions in storage, and I'm going to use these cream colored cushions that I found. And they fit the chairs perfectly. They were a pretty good price, and I'm just going to tie them on in the back to hold them in place. But I like the contrast of the dark and the light, and I think these cushions will give this porch a whole new look. So I'm just going to try them out here for the season and see how I like them. These have removable covers, so they're easy to remove and wash and just use them over and over again. So I'm really impressed with these. I'll link them down below for you in case you're looking for something similar. I love chocolate brown this season, so I grabbed these cute gingham pillows.
Okay, so my tip for when you are purchasing pillows for outdoors, indoors, just pillows. So I'll give you a little tip on this. So I don't know if you remember the blue pillows that I put on the screen porch. I think it was spring, my spring porch makeover. I got these from Home Goods or either Marshall's, and I'm not using them for this season, but I will probably use them for another season. So I just bought these inexpensive pillow covers, and you can remove them and wash them, change out your look, and then they're easy to store. You just take them off this pillow, fold them up, put them in storage, and that's just what I like to do when I'm decorating. Just use an insert that I already have and just buy the pillow covers. I love the brown and the black contrast on that. Okay, let's talk about these planters. These were here by the previous owner, and they were the same color as the house. And I painted them black so that they would contrast and match the door and the lights and all that. I have used them since, we've been in this house since 2021, and I've used them for every season, and I'm just ready for something new. I never really felt like they flanked the door and made it look nice, but I just used what I had. But I've always wanted some beautiful urns to put on either side of the door, and I finally found some that complement the color of the house and the door and just the overall look that I'm going for. So I'm going to take these planters down and put those urns in their place. But before we change out those planters, I want to put the rugs down and just get that in front of the door and then move on to exchanging the planters. I'm really excited how this is all gonna go together and look. So hopefully it will look the way that I have it planned out in my head. So let's keep going and see what it looks like.
One of my favorite finds and the inspiration for this porch was this pheasant rug and this plaid rug with the browns and the off-whites. And so I'm going to lay it down, layer it together like I like to do, and just show you how that part turns out. I absolutely love it. I'm excited to share these urns that I found for the front porch. They're the perfect color. They're a little bit black and a little bit brown, and I wanted something a little darker than the house so that it would contrast and that it would be easy to move. I love the concrete type urns, but I have to be able to move something on my own. So I like these so much. They got a little bit of detail on them, and they're the right height for the porch. So I'm excited to get these in place and decorated.
So for my mums to sit up right in the urn, I'm just going to add this brick down into the base of it. And I ended up getting these red burgundy colored mums. I think they're so pretty with the pheasant rug. And then I'm just going to put them right in the urn.
Remember our DIY basket that we did in our last video where I took a stark white basket and just stained it? Well, it is all finished and dry, and I absolutely love how it turned out. A few weeks ago, I cut some of our lime lights that we have growing in front of the house, and I dried them for about 2 weeks. And lime lights are one of the easiest flowers to dry, and they are so beautiful for the season. And so I just took these, and to make them a little bit easier to decorate with, I spray them with hairspray, and it makes them hold together a little bit better. And I'm just going to drop them down in this basket, and I think that they are a beautiful display in place of a wreath on this front porch. And then for that extra little detail, I'm using this brown and cream striped ribbon, and I'm just going to add it to the basket of dried hydrangeas. So I had one of my pumpkins go missing on the front porch, and I thought maybe it was a squirrel or something out in the yard, but I had a strange suspicion that it was Annabelle. So I watched her for a few minutes, and watch her. She's trying to act so innocent and like she's not going to mess with the pumpkins. And I just kept watching her because I thought, I wonder if she's the thief. And look at her. She's just looking around, and then she grabs it, just, almost like she's smelling it or licking it. No. She takes the whole thing and runs off with it. And so now I'm out 3 pumpkins that she just ate. And I didn't even know she did this. But I probably will not have any pumpkins left by the end of the season. Well, friends, that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our other videos. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing all of y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.